Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so, oh my goodness gracious me, let me tell you, this wait has been brutal. I've thoroughly enjoyed playing the beta for this game, and I thought I could patiently wait. I thought I could be patiently waiting for when the open beta releases to the official release, but I'm not gonna lie, your boy is hungry. I need this game. I enjoyed the beta to the point where, you know, your boy made it on the leaderboard to be the #1 person to get all the story done, and just thoroughly enjoy the game. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that. I actually do miss playing this, so I need this ASAP, please. But we're nearly there. We're nearly there. So just a quick little reminder before we get into what has been shown is that obviously during next month, aka in September, you know, we're only a couple of days off, and then in September, and then we should get some update on what on God's green earth is happening with this game. Is it going to be releasing at the beginning of December? And more importantly, what is happening with global? So we are not that far off until we get our answers on what is in store for this Bleach game for the CN version as well as the global version. So just a few more days, boys, and then we are going to be cooking with gas. Now, with all that being said, that we're going into September, it seems that we got a few images which look very interesting. So it really does, I guess, put a little bit more spice to what the developers will have to announce in September for the game itself. Hopefully they also announce the open beta, because if it is going to be somewhat close to the official release, then it's just going to be a roll-in to the official release for this game. Alright, well, first things first, we are practically nearly there for the pre-registration. As you guys can see, we're nearly there, boys. It's going to happen easily. This has been going up quite good. Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, with how they've been, I guess, promoting the game. But either way, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I'm guessing what's probably going to happen is, because I think this has already reached. No, has it already reached 10 million on another platform? Possibly, because on TapTap, I didn't notice this, but they've got their own little pre-registration going on where, because they've got 400k right now. And then if you reach 660k, then yeah, it's got its own rewards. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So I mean, I see a GSSR for the max rewards on TapTap. So I'm all for doubling up on the GSSR. I'm not gonna lie, because we've already hit it over here. So yeah, so that I guess we've got additional rewards coming our way, potentially from other platforms. So that's something huge. But yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys are aware that we're gonna get there, boys. I assume they're gonna wait for the pre-registrations to hit, which again, it's not gonna be that far off, and then rolling to September, all the news drop, everything that we need to know, and then hopefully, I'm saying if they could push the release during November or even October, I'll take that. Alright, so we've got a few images to look at, but first things first, we have got Ran Giku. She is officially being shown. This is her official artwork. Yeah, I want you guys to know. Let's just kind of say it how it is. CN will censor a little bit. We know of this. Come global, it's all game. So be prepared. But yeah, she's been shown. There's artwork of her now. So I'm going to say that this is potential new character for the official release. I'm gonna go with that. If not, I'm cool for her to drop at a later time, because of course we have seen with Hitsugaya when it came to the beta that they released a lower rarity, and then obviously, well, they released an SR, a new SR along with a new SSR. I kind of like that. So if they choose to continue on doing that for new characters, dropping like a lower rarity with a high rarity, yeah, I'll be all for that. But yeah, her artwork has officially been shown, so we know that this is going to be a character in game. So could be a day one new character that that you know we haven't seen before. So God knows how this is going to play. But either way, the longer waited, yeah, she's going to be releasing hopefully day one. If not, then possibly at a later time with an SSR. I can't see her being an SSR. If she is, Jesus Christ, fair play. But I can't see it anyway. Another thing to talk about is, god damn, so this has got a lot of attentions, because what is going on here? What is going on here? It seems we've got a ORIHIME who's I don't know if you guys can see, but there's so many there's so many things to take away from this, and it's just leaving me with more questions. Like, what are they trying to accomplish with this goddamn image? Is this a skin? Is this a unique version of ORIHIME? Like, Ichigo, my man, where's your weapon at? So yeah, a lot of questions, little answers. What is going on? And apparently it's ORIHIME's little secret. Ichigo, care to explain? Where were you last night? So yeah, for whatever reason, ORIHIME is wielding Zangetsu. So I'll leave it as that. It would be the most craziest thing ever if the developers had the rights to do some like unique content, and all of a sudden there's a playable ORIHIME with Ichigo's weapon. That would be one bonkers crazy. I can't even get the words out to be like, what is going on? So I'm gonna just leave it there. I'm gonna just let that marinate a little bit so you guys can see on what on God's green earth is happening. But upon seeing this image, I was just scratching my head like, what was the point of this? What are the developers doing behind the scenes? This has actually brought more interest to me to be like, right, that September announcement, low-key they're gonna cook, because I don't know what's going on here. What's up with the little secret? What is going on? Alright, so we got that going on. And then we got this little bit of like a versus screen. Again, from what I've seen in terms of people looking at this imagery, it's given off some form of like PvP vibe, because it's given off Rukia's stats, her skills, and what she's doing, and it's done on like a 1v1 type of style. So again, more questions being asked, little answers being provided. So I have no idea on what the purpose is, but this is low-key in a way done in a versus manner, because again, you got each of their stats, then you got your skills on what they're doing, and then it really does look like that they're about to, you know, go for a 1v1. So, you know, there's that. Now, well, I should mention to say that obviously the developers for right now are focusing on the single player style of this game, but it's a no-brainer that obviously, especially with the CN side of it, PvP is factored in a huge amount, because I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, CN players love their PvP, I think that was one of the things that people were mentioning through the previous betas from the CN players, being like, where's the PvP? I'm already bored. What the hell? Because I'll tell you, CN players will, you know, run through the game, spend a ridiculous amount, and so, yeah, having that PvP side of it, I think like this is something that the developers are aware of and can't sleep on. Definitely can't sleep on it. If you know, even if it is not in the game already or leading up to the release, definitely going to be introduced into the game. I would say give it a year in. I guarantee you the developers are going to be working on it behind the scenes, hands down. But yeah, very interesting choice of artwork once again, just done in a manner of more of like a 1v1 style, so it kind of begs the question on you know, what's up with the PvP stance on this game, and you know, when do we think the developers will be releasing it? Maybe they're already doing some testing behind the scenes, who knows, but definitely in terms of the beta survey that we had previously, I'm sure the CN players would have kind of overflow the surveys with we want PvP. So anyway, yeah, but again, it's just interesting to see. But I think out of everything, this is just what is going on. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so just wanted to go over a few things, but interesting things to come. We'll see what happens in a week or two from now.